In the shadows of trust lies a fragile bond, one that can shatter with a single act of betrayal. When 17-year-old Amelia Hartley placed her faith in someone she held dear, revealing a dark and painful secret, she expected solace. Instead, she faced rejection, deceit, and a chilling void. The very next day, July 20th, 2020, Amelia vanished without a trace in the quiet town of Cresthaven, England. Her disappearance is a haunting tale that unravels a web of lies, abuse, and a family's failure to protect one of their own. This is a story that will leave you questioning. Who can you truly trust? Amelia Hartley, born November 5, 2002, grew up in Cresthaven, a small community in Lincolnshire. Known to her loved ones as Mia, she was reserved with strangers but vibrant and warm among friends. Mia had a passion for capturing the world through her lens, always carrying her camera, a gift from her grandmother, with whom she shared a deep connection. After finishing high school, Mia enrolled in Cresthaven Community College to study photography, dreaming of one day leaving her small town for a new life in Canada. She loved knitting, a skill passed down from her grandmother, and spent hours connected with friends online, her introverted nature finding comfort in the digital world. To those who knew her, Mia was a gentle soul, full of dreams and kindness. Mia's home life, however, was far from serene. Her mother, Claire Morgan, raised Mia and her siblings alone after parting ways with Mia's biological father years earlier. Claire's relationships were fleeting, leaving her 6 children, each with a different father, in a chaotic household. In 2007, Claire met Daniel Harris, a neighbor who quickly became a central figure in their lives. Daniel, then married to Laura Bennett, had a troubling past. Laura described him as charming at first, but his demeanor shifted after they moved in together in 2005. He grew controlling, paranoid, and manipulative, making menacing threats that left Laura trapped in fear. Despite this, they married in 2006, but the abuse only worsened. When Claire and her children moved next door, Laura saw Daniel's attention shift to Claire. Exhausted by his cruelty, Laura seized the opportunity, left him, and secured a restraining order. Daniel, unfazed, dove into a relationship with Claire. Mia, then a toddler, called him Dad, a bond that would later turn tragic. Though not legally married, Claire took Daniel's surname, Harris, for herself and her children, signaling her commitment. Together, they had 4 more children, bringing the total to 10 in a cramped 5-bedroom house. Claire worked as a caregiver, while Daniel drifted between odd jobs, projecting a false image of success on social media. Behind closed doors, the Harris household was a cauldron of toxicity. Mia's brother, Ethan, later revealed Daniel's verbal and physical abuse toward the family, his infidelity, and a disturbing detail. Daniel installed cameras throughout the house, including the bathroom, claiming it was to catch Mia hiding snacks. The truth, however, was far darker. By July 2020, the Harris household was fracturing. Daniel, now 50, and Claire, 37, had split after the birth of their youngest child. Claire was seeing a new partner, James Carter, but Daniel refused to leave the home, imposing strict rules on Claire's new relationship, dictating when she could see James. On July 19th at 9:30 p.m., Daniel drove Mia to his parents' home in nearby Welford. Mia, dressed in a dark hoodie, jeans, and her signature round glasses, was upset, her phone confiscated by Daniel during the drive. She spent the night there, but the next morning, July 20th, Daniel picked her up at 10:15 a.m. to return home. Mia never arrived. Daniel claimed that during a brief stop near Cresthaven Park, Mia bolted from the car and disappeared. He said he tried to chase her but gave up and returned home alone. Claire noticed Daniel's distress but dismissed it, as their relationship was strained. Shockingly, Claire waited 3 days before reporting Mia missing, despite knowing she hadn't returned. This delay raised red flags. When police questioned her, Claire claimed Mia had texted, saying she was with an ex-boyfriend, Ryan. But neither Claire nor Daniel contacted Ryan to verify this. The operator sensed something was amiss. As investigators dug deeper, a horrifying truth emerged. Mia had been suffering in silence, enduring years of abuse from Daniel, the man she called Dad. She confided in Claire, hoping for protection, but Claire dismissed her as a liar and threatened her life if she told anyone else. This betrayal left Mia isolated, her pain documented in a diary found in a backpack at a lock-up garage owned by Daniel's parents. One entry read, "I told Mom about Dad and what he did. She called me a liar and said she'd end me if I told the police. Why won't you believe me?" The words painted a picture of a desperate young woman, abandoned by those meant to protect her. Police uncovered more evidence. Daniel's phone was off for nearly 2 hours after picking up Mia, from 10:30 a.m. to 12:20 p.m., and both he and Claire visited the lock-up garage multiple times after Mia's disappearance. Friends, including Mia's confidant Sophie Reed, confirmed the abuse, though a strange Instagram message from Mia's account, sent after her disappearance, claimed she had lied about Daniel. Since Daniel had her phone, the message was clearly fabricated. Investigators concluded that Claire sent these texts, posing as Mia, to cover up the truth. The theory was chilling. Daniel, enraged by Mia's disclosure, likely killed her during the time his phone was off and disposed of her body. A 9-minute call to Claire afterward suggested they conspired to conceal the crime. Despite extensive searches with drones and K-9 units, Mia's body was never found. On September 10th, 2020, Daniel and Claire were arrested for murder and obstructing justice. At trial in 2021, the evidence was overwhelming. Daniel's denials, claiming the bathroom cameras were for catching Mia with snacks and that she simply ran away, crumbled under scrutiny, especially after a disturbing Facebook comment he left on Mia's relationship status update with Ryan. "Any boy you would better see my face in your mind." In 2021, Lincoln Crown Court convicted Daniel of murder, sentencing him to life in prison, with no chance of parole due to his refusal to reveal Mia's body's location, per the Victims Disclosure Act of 2020. Claire, while not convicted of murder, was found guilty of obstructing justice for sending false texts and received a 6-year sentence. Tragically, Daniel died in prison on December 15, 2023 at 53, taking the secret of Mia's remains with him. Mia's brother, Ethan, continues to seek answers, hoping for closure. Claire is set for release in 2027, leaving her 9 surviving children to grapple with their mother's betrayal. Mia, a talented photographer with dreams of a brighter future, was failed by those she trusted most. Her story is a stark reminder of the monsters that can hide within a family. If you or someone you know is trapped in abuse, don't wait. Contact the authorities immediately. Evidence helps, but your voice is enough. Mia's case shows it's never too soon to act, but it can be too late. Reach out, speak up, and don't let another light like Mia's be extinguished. For her siblings, we hope for healing, for strength, and for a path forward from this unimaginable tragedy.